Assistant Public Defendant Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Bucko, who is appearing via Zoom.
All right, go ahead.
At this time, Your Honor, I had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report with Mr. Bucko. We have no deletions, corrections, or insertions. We would ask that the court adopt the recommendation of probation at this time.
All right. Mr. Bucko, anything you want to tell the court before I impose sentence?
Yeah, I just had a question. So, you last time that I had in-person court when I was in there and I seen you, you said that I could drive, correct? Like you said, I had that permit or whatever.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was in regard to you driving.
Okay. Well,
because typically I don't have. Normally, courts don't have anything to do with the. Oh, okay. That I would have indicated if your license showed here that your license is suspended, but you have a 625G permit.
And that makes me eligible to drive, correct? Like anywhere?
As long as there isn't another suspension. What were you going to say?
If he wants to call my office, I can pull his driving record and I can tell him. I know with this offense, there is a hard suspension.
Correct.
That he would, and then he would be on a restricted with coming to probation and any other requirements that this court put forth for a period of time. And then he can go and get his license reinstated.
I actually, you know what? I don't know that he can drive. And I will just say that because he has an implied consent refusal suspension. Okay. So he's got a hard suspension. So, sir, I don't know what our conversation was the last time. It looks, when I look closely at your record, that you cannot drive. But not, but that's mainly because of the implied consent suspension. And Ms. Polero, you call probation, they'll explain it to you in a little bit more detail. Okay? All right. Anything else you want?
No.
All right. The court acknowledges this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of intensive outpatient treatment, attendance at AA meetings, and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. Therefore, the sentence of the court, I'm going to place you on 12 months probation. You are to pay $855 fines and cost, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery cost, and $360 probation oversight fees. When can you get that paid, sir?
I can pay that today.
All right, thank you. Pay that today.
Wait, can I
Pardon?
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete intensive outpatient substance abuse treatment, including all recommended aftercare with status reports to probation. You're to attend one AA meeting per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victims' impact panel attendance to probation. I'll continue to scram for an additional 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. Although there are 93 days in jail, credit one, the balance is suspended. All right?
Alrighty, thank you. Yeah, and also, should I still go today for my check-in? Because
check-in. You're at community corrections?
Community corrections, yeah.
Yeah, you should continue to follow and comply with community corrections.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, thank you. Have a good day.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Connor.
Office at 9:30.
Okay. I have a request that this matter be adjourned to May 27th. Is that a sentencing date for me?
It is.
I'll adjourn this to May 27th, 2026. Is that at 9 or noon?
You're going to any number,
12 noon. Court calls case People versus Wilmer Hudson.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Hudson, Your Honor.
Your name, sir?
Wilmer Hudson.
All right.
Your Honor, I've shared the pre-sentence investigation report with him. I have an alternative request. In lieu of condition number 5, getting an assessment, would the court allow us to have an assessment through our AIM division social work? And I can...
Well, I'd want a mental health assessment.
Well,
would otherwise qualify. I'm not going to have an issue with it, but I want to make sure that it's a mental health assessment.
well, he has a letter that I've shared with probation today, kind of outlining things that were going on at the time of this incident, Your Honor, health related.
I'm going to order what probation's recommended. If another type of assessment or an assessment someplace else satisfactory to probation, then I'm not going to have
Thank you, Your Honor.
otherwise.
Other than that, we don't have any other changes, deletions, or corrections at this time.
Mr. Hudson, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
Yeah, I'm just going to be better than the day on May 5th. I'm much better than that.
Okay. All right. Very good. Sentence of the court, 12 months probation, $555 fines and costs, $360 probation oversight fees. There is to be, when can you pay that?
On a fixed income, Your Honor.
Probation, payment plan as arranged by probation. No use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to testing as requested by probation. You're to complete a mental health assessment, follow all recommended aftercare or recommended care with verification to probation. There's to be no assault or threatening or intimidating behavior, no possession of weapons, firearms, or ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. All order 365 days in jail. Suspended. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Court does call the case People versus John Neer.
Put it on there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Guys need to move out. Let Mr. Neary up.
Assistant Public Defender Nick Buckovich, I'm having Mr. Neary, who is now approaching.
Yes. All right. You just left her back there?
Well, I mean, she can walk with the cane and stuff. It's just tough on her.
It's tough on her? Okay, I'll let her stay back there.
Okay.
Huh?
All right.
Okay, now I can see her. I'm good now.
I had to bring her in. This is going to be the last day here, and all the prayers and everything like that, and the stuff that you showed me, getting a little extra time and stuff. I need to meet her anyway.
Yes, sir.
You know, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Becker.
May we have your approach on this one briefly, Your Honor?
Pardon?
May we approach on this one
Briefly? Like we had a brief bench conference in the case. But, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for the moment to have the bench conference. As I had an opportunity to review the PSI with my client, we have no factual assertions to the corrections, and we did address 2 conditions of the recommendation, that being the anger management course, and as well as the no use or possession of firearms, ammunition, or weapons at this time. Based upon our conversation with Ms. Ferrara at the bench, I'll be requesting that those 2 recommendations be stricken, and we would request that the other aspects of the probation sentence be adopted.
Mr. Neary, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, sir, I don't. I mean, I've been really appreciative of everything you guys have done for me, an opportunity to, take care of my wife and everything like that too when I was over there. I mean, it was an unfortunate incident right there. I mean, it was a provoked incident. I really hate it. I mean, I'm trying to take this plea because, to tell you the truth, financially, with me and the wife and her being sick and everything like that, we can't really afford to miss no more work. But I've missed a lot of days, and it's draining on us. It really is. It's draining. It's tough. I mean, we still got a long way to recovery to go. I mean, we might be another year, before she can fully walk. I mean, after the little walk from here to the courthouse, and of course, I might have to take her to lunch or something like that or whatever, for doing it. But, I mean, she won't be able to walk for the rest of the day, So, I mean, and I'd rather take her out to lunch because she can't walk the rest of the day. I'm going to have to do the dishes and the laundry. So
Get those leftovers now.
Yeah.
If you need recommendations, we can talk after court.
Okay. All right. But, I just need to go on with my life. That's what I'm trying to do, I mean, we got children, we got grandchildren. I mean, we got, I just need to go on with my life. I've never been in trouble. I don't get in trouble.
One of the things for me is that, and I stopped asking myself why I come into contact with certain people.
God's way.
Yeah.
God's way.
And I get to sort of watch them as they kind of, at least from afar, as they journey through the court.
Yes.
Right. And every time that you walked in, so the first day you were about to bite my head off because you wanted to go hunting. And I said, no, I remember it. I'm
yes, sir.
At him and I'm like,
yes, sir.
Just let me get through it. But that was, and I realized that was something that was important for you. We were going to time out your next appearance so that I was going to let you go hunting because I realized that was a big part of what you did.
Yes, sir.
And, I wish a lot of men, and particularly young men who are married, could have watched you, because at that point, everything else you were dealing with, and I could tell you love to hunt. That's
love to hunt with the
part of your life.
Yep.
But I remember you saying to me, "It doesn't matter. I'm not going." It just.
Well, yeah,
I know.
That's it. That's my life.
Told me because you need to take care of your wife.
Yes, sir.
And I said, well, I'm going to still allow you to be able to do it in case you need to do it. And you looked at me and you said, I'm not going, but okay, Judge.
Yeah.
And I could appreciate it. I could understand it. And I realized also that you knew where your obligation was.
I was raised in the South, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And that's where you were supposed to be. That no hunting was worth it, no anything. And although you didn't want to show it, I could also tell you were worried and you were scared.
Still am.
Yeah, I know. I know. But then throughout the process, you coming in here, the way you conducted yourself, people react differently when they're worried about everything. And sometimes they can act in a way that makes me have to do certain things.
Yes, sir. I understand.
You came in here every time. You have a hat on, but you'd walk in, and normally, other than today, you always sat in either that back row or that back row.
She needed exercise.
Okay. You walked in, you would always take off your hat, and you would sit there quietly waiting for your case to be called.
Yes, sir.
And then I can't remember what, I think it might have been the holiday or some meal. I asked you how your wife was doing. And this big grin came onto your face. And ma'am, you ought to know this because apparently you got up and you cooked. And that made that man the happiest person I'd ever seen. And
I'm a good cook.
He was grateful for the fact that you could do it, but he was also grateful for the meal. And that told me a lot about what I need to know about him.
Yes, sir.
And I've just been impressed by it.
Thank you.
By you, really. And I don't get a chance to say that to a lot of people, but I've been impressed by you. Just the way that, as I've been able to view you, you conducted yourself. I think you knew that my My prayers to you and your family and to your wife weren't just me saying things. I always wake up every day looking for a blessing.
Yes, sir.
And the very fact of getting to see your wife, I got my blessing today. I don't know for this old judge sitting up here how much you know what that means to me. I'd never met her before. I didn't know. But I knew you were a good person, and I knew you loved her more than anything on this.
Yes, sir, I do. Without a doubt.
You conducted yourself in that. Ma'am, if any person can be proud of their spouse and their husband, be proud of that man.
Yes.
And I know you are.
Her name is Jessica, too. I don't think I've ever told you her name, but
That's true. You never have.
No. That's why I brought her here, because, like I said, I wanted you to meet her anyway, just so you know I wasn't pulling your leg or.
No, I knew you weren't.
Yes, sir.
I knew you weren't. That's not you. That you are probably one of the most honest, forthright people I get an opportunity to come into contact with. And you've shown it to me, and I get feelings about people. Everyone that I've had with you has just been a good feeling.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And so I'll tell you, Mr. Neary, you're a good man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm going to change this because when I look at the factual circumstances of this, the problem I'm having is I don't think Mr. Neary would have been, any given day he wouldn't have been in this. He probably would have found a way to get himself out of it.
I tried to leave. I tried to leave.
So what I'm going to do is this, and that so we can get through this. Man. I'm gonna place him on the 2 month. I'm not gonna go 6 months. I don't need it. 2 months prosecutor deferred sentence. $555 fines and costs, $180 probation, oversight fees. I'm waiving all of that except the minimum $125. That's all I want from you. I don't want the rest. You use that to take your wife.
Take her out to lunch.
Yeah, there you go. Use it for that.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
Sir.
I don't want it. Simple as that.
Very appreciated. Very appreciated.
No use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance will be subject to random testing as requested by probation. I would agree with your attorney that this case doesn't call for anger management class, and I'm not going to order it. I don't think he needs it at all. I will order no contact with the alleged victim in this case, directly or indirectly. No assaultive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. Also on this case, and normally I would order no possession of any weapons, firearms, ammunition. I know he is a hunter. I know that.
Well, we're good now. It's fishing season now.
Okay, well, he can fish if that's what he wants to do.
Yes, sir.
But that hunting season will come back around off of this. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to order any on his firearms, weapons, or other ammunition. I'll set a review hearing that's to be held
At 9 a.m.
June 10th, 2026, 9 a.m. And I'll order 93 days in jail suspended and just wish you and your wife all the best. Get her to lunch.
Thank you very much, brother. I wish you the best, and I hope you don't have to experience some of the stuff I had to do over the last few months with my wife. You know, it's tough. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt. And
I got you.
Pray to the Lord every day, you know, hey, take me, leave her alone, you know, but I guess he won't save the both of us now, you know, so I hope so. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate everything.
Welcome. You guys take care of each other. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Thank you.
And keep him out of trouble, okay? I know.
And Assistant Public Defendant Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Mr. McIntosh.
Your name, sir?
Mark McIntosh.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I did have the opportunity to review the PSIR with my client. We have no additions, corrections, or deletions. We would be asking that you file the recommendation of probation.
All right. Sir, anything you want to tell me?
No, sir, just sorry for doing it and getting caught up in a sling. Just want to try to put it behind me.
All right. Sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, $750.60 restitution to Walmart payable through the court. How are you going to get that paid, sir?
Today.
You'll pay it today?
Yes, sir.
Pay that all today.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 93, sir. Please, sir. Yeah, credit for 93, sir. You're all set.
Thank you, sir.
All right, then.
Have a good day.
Have a good rest of your day, sir.
Court calls the case, People versus Chung.
The room is still carrying the weight of what just happened. A sentence that didn't just punish, it recognized sacrifice. And now the judge leans forward again, voice steady but personal. He's not done. There's something more important than the paperwork. He looks directly at him, reminds him what matters now. Not the case, not the charges, her. The struggle, the fear, the months they just survived together. You can hear it in his tone. This isn't routine anymore. Then it lands, take her to lunch. Use that moment, hold on to it. And just like that, the courtroom shifts from authority to humanity. A judge sending a man out not with fear, but with purpose.
Chauncey Milligan.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Milligan.
Chauncey Milligan.
How you doing, Chauncey?
I'm good, Judge.
All right. It's been, I've seen you come on, and it is a while we didn't see each other. But you're doing well?
I'm doing better.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, I've shared the pre-sentence investigation report with him. We don't have any changes. The only thing we'd ask is for 30 days to pay the state minimum.
Okay.
Not hear you, Father Judge.
I'm stable house, and I'm over the retail fraud thing. I'm stable. I'm stable house. I'm housed.
Okay.
I've been in my place for a year now,
Fantastic.
and I'm grown up a lot. Other than the retail fraud situation, I'm done with all that now.
Okay. So you got your housing about a year ago, right?
Right, I've been there for a whole year now.
All right. I bet you after not having housing and you finally get it, it feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And sometimes sometimes not even so much where it is. It's that you got a place to go to and you got a place to put your stuff.
Exactly.
Right? Well, that's wonderful to hear, Chauncey. And I'm going to tell you earlier today, I knew you were on my docket at some point, but I didn't think you were in the first block. But then when I saw you sitting up there, I said, there he is, because you were appearing on Zoom for a while.
That's all I was.
Warmed my heart to see you and everything. All right, Chauncey. Sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, 365 days in jail. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, bye, Tom.
Court calls the case, People versus Norman Reeves.
Assistant Public Defendant Nick Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Reeves, who is now approaching.
Your name, sir?
Norman Reeves.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, Mr. Reeves did review the PSIR of Mr. Fisa this morning. There are no additions, corrections, or deletions to my knowledge. And we'll be requesting that you follow the recommendation of probation.
All right. Sir, anything you want to say?
Yes. I just want to say thank you for helping me get my life back together. I went down a slope and been dealing with child support and seeing my child. So it's like me taking care of all this. You have set me straight, and I'm just trying to see my son now.
Ms. Blair?
And Your Honor, I just wanted to make the court aware that Mr. Reeves is currently under probation supervision on another case through this court. So although he has this case, that's why I did not recommend a probation term in this case, because I am supervising him elsewhere, and he got back in contact with me, and he's doing well on that again now.
All right.
Yes, and addressing time for payment, Your Honor, I do know that Mr. Reeves can make an $80 payment today, correct?
80?
80, yes, and as you indicated, he is dealing with child support matters, so I would just ask for some time to obviously make payments. He is gainfully employed though, so you should be able to start making payments for those costs and fines.
All right. Simpson Court, $500 fines and costs. Pay 80 today. Then how much do you think you can pay each month?
What is it?
Pardon?
Another case steps in, but the tone tightens immediately. This one's different, less emotion, more accountability. The defendant starts talking about getting his life back, about his child, about trying to stay on track, and for a second it feels like momentum is building. But then probation speaks up and everything pivots. Another case, ongoing supervision, a reminder that progress isn't clean, it's complicated. The judge locks in, starts breaking it down in real time. Numbers, payments, what's realistic and what's not. And then the warning slips in, calm but sharp. Don't promise what you can't keep. Because right here, this isn't about punishment. It's about whether he slips again or finally stabilizes.
Each month?
Yeah.
Um,
You'll have 420 left.
I should at least better give you no less than 100.
100. You gonna be able to do that?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yes.
don't tell us that we can't do.
That's fair.
Sure.
Yes.
Fine.
$80 today, then $50 per month
Yes, sir.
till it's paid in full, so you don't get yourself behind. That that starts a slippery slope.
Yes, sir.
So let's just pay the 50 off each month and get it done. All right. And then 93 days in jail suspended. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls case of the people versus Jared Taylor.
The Assistant Public Defender, Nicholas Bukovich, on behalf of Mr. Taylor, who is now approaching.
Your name, sir?
Jared Taylor.
All right. Taylor. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I have had the opportunity to review the PSI with my client. He has no additions, corrections, or deletions. We would like to ask the court to adopt the recommendation. However, I would like to address the fines and cost amounts.
Go ahead.
Mr. Taylor does understand that any restitution owed cannot be waived. However, Mr. Taylor currently does receive SSI in about the amount of $1,400, and his bills roughly take him to the amount of $1,110, and that can be before additional costs such as growth and his phone bill. So he does understand. So he would just be asking for a consideration of a reduction in these fines.
All right. Is there anything you want to say?
None at this time, sir.
On the case ending in 09110, $480 fines and court costs. Pay that at $25 per month beginning in May. $55.76 restitution through Walmart payable through the court. So all of that is at $25 per month payable through the court. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 2, balance is suspended. On the other matter ending in 1291, $480 fines and costs, $25 per month beginning in May, $76.26 restitution to Myers payable to the court. So the first payments are going to be going toward that restitution, and then 93 days in jail suspended. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Before he
Court calls case people versus Andrea Burleson.
Restitution instrument.
Ron Brown King on behalf of Chandria Burrows.
This is a show cause.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have no contact with her. Assistant Public Defender Nick Bukovich on behalf of Ms. Burleson. I've been unable to have contact with Ms. Burleson.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $3,500. 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately. Court calls
Assistant Public Defender Nick Buckovich on behalf of Mr. Fear. We did not have any working contact info for Fear in our file, so I was unable to contact him before today's date.
All right, he owes $960 fines and court costs. Mr. Fair, how are you going to get that paid?
I just left out of rehab. I only been out of rehab for a week. I went to Don Farms. I got out of jail on March 22nd. I'm looking for a job right now. So give me, I don't know, give me like, I don't know where
Here's what I'll do, Mr. Fair. You got yourself through rehab, right?
Yes, sir. I am transitional housing right now. I go to meetings 7 days a week.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this matter out to August 12, 2026, 9 a.m. All right, between now and then, get yourself employed. We'll figure out a payment plan and how to take care of it. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.